everybody. Welcome to In, Out, Delete. This is Gino. Moving my man to my right.
This is Gio.
This is Ricardo.
America.
And Robert.
Dan, Ricardo, I was expecting you to go all smooth when you say your name. You're like, Ricardo.
You
I was
made me
waiting.
nervous. Your sexy voice. I was like, whoa.
I was looking forward to your sexy voice, bro. I was just like,
Battle the
yes,
sexy
man.
voices?
Yeah, and you, Gio. I'm Gio. Like, where's your sexy voice?
I don't have one.
Oh, that was pretty
Oh,
good.
there it
That was
is.
smooth.
That was a
smooth.
cute voice.
That was a pretty smooth, cute voice. And what about you, Robert? I'm Robert.
I have no room voice. No, I would never be able to seduce anybody.
Hey, come here, baby.
Yeah.
No, it's more of like, oh, no, it's more like, what would you do to me if you're alone in my room? Listen here, baby, I'm gonna get you. Don't get your bed.
It's just like,
Hey,
hey,
come here.
you want a Pop-Tart?
Welcome to In Out Delete, the show where we both new and older movies. If you're new to the show, we have a rating system of In Out Delete.
You know what? I didn't think of anything this week, but I'm going to just freestyle it. Yeah, so if a person is in, that means that they liked it. They would recommend it. You would wait all eternity for this movie if it got delayed. If they're out, it means they didn't really like it, but it wasn't horrible. It's the middle ground. You wouldn't mind if it got delayed a year. It's like whatever. And delete, if it's really terrible, you would not recommend it. This movie should be delayed until the end of time.
Okay.
Black Widow was delayed. You know?
Yeah.
Alright.
Sorry, guys. But it's not always gonna be. They're not always gonna be winners.
It's good. It was
We can
good.
edit that out.
That's fine. I'm okay with it. But speaking about Black Widow-ish, let's talk about Loki for a bit.
Let's go back into the MCU.
Sorry, America, we're back to the nerd segment.
Ricardo, you
Take off.
you said you've been watching. Are you
I
caught up?
caught up completely.
Yeah? Oh,
Yes,
my God.
completely.
Heading
Okay.
into the final episode this week.
I know. Okay, so I have a theory. All right, I was gonna ask you guys. You guys know more.
Okay.
So I don't know. All right, so yes. So you guys remember that movie, the one with Jet Li?
Oh yeah.
So it's kind of reminded
kinda
me.
like that?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think of
yeah.
that.
So I was watching it and I was thinking, oh shit, it's like the one. And then so remember the bad guy in that one is Jet Li.
Yeah.
So my theory is that the end when they go and fight the bad guy, it's gonna be a Loki, right?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they're literally going to meet God, right?
Oh my God, I was gonna say God.
Right?
You haven't even seen the show.
I was gonna say God. That
Oh,
was gonna
that-
be my
there-
answer.
I mean,
really?
who else would it be?
There's a lot of fan theories. One that I saw is Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, that's what they said about
Yeah, but
WandaVision with Mephisto, and everybody started crying.
But I
when it
think
didn't
I
happen.
think there's more there's more Easter eggs in this one that are like lead more to that.
That's what they said
Okay.
about the last one.
Yeah,
That's why I
but
don't even theorize anymore. Everybody's like, "Oh my god, this guy," and it's like it doesn't happen, and everybody starts fucking crying. We knew that it has something to do with like the multiverse, because that's what
And-
they've been kind of like hinting at like this whole
and
time.
we were right.
And yes, but this episode had a lot of Easter eggs, like a
It
shit
did.
ton, right?
A lot of inside jokes.
My favorite one though was did you guys notice the Philadelphia experiment in there? Or do you guys know what that is?
What is
Wait.
that?
Bring that up.
teach
Bring
us.
that up.
I did read about that.
Yeah.
Like
So the Philadelphia experiment, if you guys don't know, it's like this urban legend type thing that the Navy was trying to develop technology to make their ships invisible, right? And the rumors are that they actually did it with a ship. They turned it invisible for like a few seconds,
Oh really?
but they used like whatever power they used, like it ended up not turning it invisible. It actually sent it to another dimension. For a
No.
few seconds.
Ooh,
Yeah.
fun.
And in the other dimension, they saw like aliens and all these like crazy things. And that when it came back, there was actually like people like fused to the ship, because like it was like between
Ew.
dimensions. There's all these. There's like B movies
Is
about
that
it.
real? Is that real?
It's like an urban legend. It's pretty famous.
What? I gotta
Yeah,
look
Let's
that
watch a
up.
movie.
but what's
I
cool
know.
is that there is a movie, but it's like a B movie.
I'm down
the
for that.
ship, the military ship that shows up. That's the first thing that popped in my head. I was like, oh my god, I wonder. And then I saw the name. This is USS Eldridge. That's the ship that they actually that's in the story.
Holy
So I was like,
shit.
it would make sense that they would send that to another dimension. The TVA would show up and then send it away.
All the Lokis are gonna fuse together. It's gonna
No.
be one giant
if
Loki.
you go back, like
Oh,
well,
one giant Loki.
it could happen.
but yeah, there's
gonna
this
blast.
episode had a lot of Easter eggs hidden throughout.
Yeah,
One of them being the helicopter.
the Thanos
Yeah.
copter. Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was cool.
the
Oh, is it
Thanos copter.
helicopter?
Yeah, there's we saw him in the MCU and all the things he's able to do. his favorite thing was like he had a little yellow helicopter.
Yep.
This dude, the all powerful dude, had this little helicopter that had Thanos just like on the side of it, and it got pandered by fans when that comic first came out and all that stuff. And then in this episode, you see the little helicopter got banished because everybody hated it. Also, you guys saw was it Throg? I think it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about?
What is that?
Throg.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the part where they were tilting down
Mm-hmm.
into the layer, you
Mhm.
saw all the different layers
Yeah.
of that
I saw the hammer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
To the right of it, there's a little jar.
Okay.
Inside the jar is Throg, who
What
is a
Frog.
frog that is Thor.
Oh,
What
so like
the
the alligator Loki?
Yeah.
Oh.
They're in
What does this frog do? Like, does it have powers?
he's got the power of Thor. He can literally wield
So he's like an
Mjolnir.
Avenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, in his own right.
Oh,
yeah.
wait. I saw that too.
But see, that's all fun and games, but then you get all these people who theorize like, oh, this guy Kang or whatever
Yeah.
is coming, and then it doesn't happen, and then they get mad at the show. You know?
Oh, they do?
They do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's happened
come
with
on.
WandaVision. Like everybody
Yeah,
hates it
exactly.
because
Because
what they thought was gonna happen
Yeah.
didn't happen. You know?
They
And-
want to be right all the time.
And it's like that's all fun, like when
I
you
get
like
that.
talk about like, oh, the copter and all that, but like at one point you just have to watch it, you know, just watch what you're.
Go with the flow.
Yeah, and aside from that, like when like the last like scene where they're trying to like, what is it, enchant what is it thing called?
I
Void?
forgot the name of it, but yeah.
That monster or whatever
Uh-huh.
that eats you.
Wasn't it
Like,
void?
that was so cool. I was like, I wish I was watching this in theaters with the soundtrack and everything.
Oh,
like I
yeah.
really wish I was watching this in theaters.
Yeah,
it made me miss.
Oh, it looks so
like
good,
Marvel
though, right?
in
Yeah.
theaters, you know, which is, you know, leading into the movie. I was like, it's finally what we got because
Oh, this
it's literally been over a year since we've had a Marvel movie in theaters. 'cause
How
it was
great it's
delayed, yeah.
been.
It's like you have an idea for any idea for us because we were getting like what two a year at one point.
Yeah,
like, at
pretty
its
much.
height.
It was
You
like an
know?
Avengers movie and then like a solo movie.
We've been so spoiled for so long, just getting all this cool content, and then for it to just to go away for so long, you know,
Mhm.
it's
Now it's back.
now it's back.
And
So-
kicking off with
Kicking it off.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's being
Ooh, that's
kind of the
where-
first movie of Phase 4.
Well, yeah, that's where I'm kicking it off
Yeah.
too.
Well, they already kicked it off for me, Robert. What did we watch?
Yeah, so this week is, if you could tell, our new movie was Black Widow, and it's in theaters and on Disney Plus, but you have to pay
Yeah.
like
$30
$30 or something.
30?
Yeah,
Yeah, so you can pay half of that and see it in theaters.
Yeah.
unless
and
you have a
better.
family, which is like family of four, you're
Yeah.
paying like $200 at a theater. Rather than just rent it at home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
was
the
like
ticket,
20 bucks for
like,
ticket.
assuming
Shit.
you're a family who
Yeah.
like goes to work and then has to go at a
Oh.
communal hour, you're going at like nighttime, which is when the
And the
tickets cost
bus,
like
you have to take
16
the
bucks.
bus.
Mhm.
Tickets.
What kind of father takes the bus?
All
Yeah,
the
that's
fathers
the Partridge
driving the
Family.
bus.
Ahora I got the bus tokens, mijo. 1, 2, 3.
No, you have to lie about your age
Oh.
and be like, oh, they're free, they're 6. For today, you're 6. You're 6.
But
I
tiene
was fucking
bigote,
12.
ese
I was
niño de
12.
bigote.
Like, no, yeah, I'm 12. Like, shut the fuck up.
He's got a mustache and
I was
everything.
9 until I was like 16.
Sir, you've got a mustache.
He's one of them wolf boys.
Anyways, the movie's directed by Kate Shortland, and it stars Scarlett Johansson, Florence Pugh, David Harbour, and Rachel Weisz.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie is basically it's Black Widow's solo movie. It takes place after Civil War, if you remember that.
Yeah.
So she's a fugitive. She's on the run from the law, and then she meets her estranged family that we never knew.
Mm-hmm.
Gino,
Family.
you were the one waiting for this movie. You were so pumped last week. For
Yeah.
it.
Oh, yeah,
So
you were more pumped.
He was
than-
pumped. He was
more
pumped.
than
Yeah,
you guys.
more pumped than us.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
He said, long
Yeah.
awaited.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, finally.
So start
You
us
get to
off
see
here.
your
What did you
girl
think?
Scar
Oh
Joe.
man, there's so much about family in this movie. I thought Vin Diesel was gonna come out and go, family. I came in by family. I was an Avenger. Family. No, I'm kidding.
Well, he kind of is.
Huh?
He kind of is.
He is.
Oh,
He is an
yeah.
Avenger.
Oh,
he's
that's
the tree,
he's
right?
Groot,
Yeah,
right,
he's
right.
Groot.
Fuck that.
First
tree.
off, I was really, I was really looking forward to this movie because you know why? I love the Black Widow character.
Why? Because she's pretty.
That too, but I mean,
That's
I don't
really
know.
the only
It's
development.
just, you know what it is? You know what it is, man? It's just like we saw her in Iron Man 2, and then she became like a big character later on. That being said, I like her, but not in this movie. Coming out.
Really?
Yeah, I tried so hard to like this movie. I feel like this movie came out at a bad time. I feel like they should have done it while she was still on top of like the character list in a way. Like at least after Avengers or at least Civil War, just because this movie makes sense after Civil War. You know, after Infinity, because come on, after Endgame,
You got a point.
you know, she died.
But timeline wise, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, also that too. But we felt like since her arc died, like it was gone after Endgame, I felt like was there to do with her anymore.
What's the point?
Do
so
this.
but the solo movie wasn't that good enough because of timing wise. Family, oh my god, I haven't seen Fast 9, but I'd rather watch that movie instead if this movie's gonna be all about family. I was just like, this is too much. Florence Pugh wasn't bad. I actually enjoyed her acting scenes weren't bad. Rachel Weisz, seeing her in action movies again since The Mummy, like that was really good.
I forgot about it.
The dude as freaking the what's his name?
Stranger Things.
Yeah, the Stranger Things, that guy.
Oh, that was him.
That dude, he made me. I'll admit, he made me laugh throughout the whole movie. But it's a high out. I mean, we'll talk more about it later. But I mean, I want to pass it over to America. What do you think? She has a red hair thing going on. She kind of reminds you of the Black Widow right now. She
That
does.
is specifically
damn,
for the
that
movie.
sucks.
Huh?
It's supposed to be orange.
It is. How sad. I got the wrong die. Pew, 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 pew. I have to delete this one because I didn't think any of the jokes like really landed from. I don't know if this was me just like being kind of bored. And so, I mean, I think that's one thing that in these like Avenger movies, these superhero movies, like it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'll chuckle here and there, you know. This one I didn't think was very funny. I really don't know what happened in the movie besides she meets her family.
Right.
And when she did meet her family, I'm like, who are these people? Like, I really didn't understand. Yeah, I wasn't into it. Robert, what'd you think?
So I'll start kind of reeling this back to the positive side because I'm an in.
Okay.
I actually loved the movie. Like, I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. I can see what you're saying, Gino. How it kind of doesn't feel. It's like it has the prequel thing where no matter what the conflict is in the movie, it's gonna be okay, right? Because you know what comes after, right? And then you know that she eventually dies. That being said, I think like even though it's the first time we've seen it, like I really love that. I really love the opening with you know they're like a sleeper cell.
Yeah.
You know, so they're like a family in quotes, but not really a family. Like I bought all that. That to me, like when they have like their emotional moment when they're talking about like how none of it was real, like that all worked for me. You know. I forgot how like lighthearted Marvel movies are. You know, they always bring comedy. So I don't know if it was like me missing that for like a whole year plus that like I was laughing at all the jokes. Like I was genuinely amused. I was like, oh my God, like I forgot what this felt like. And even just seeing, I don't know, I get like too corny, but when the Marvel logo came out in the beginning, like I got goosebumps and like the theater started cheering. I don't know. I guess I kind of romanticize the whole experience, and I think that's why I'm a little bit more positive. Because I will say, like the ending felt a bit rushed.
Yeah.
You know, if that's like my critique of the movie, but overall, I really really enjoyed it, and it could be because we haven't had one and for so long that finally it felt like we're back. But I liked the action stuff was good, the character stuff was good. This worked for me. Hoping to continue on that positive train, I'm gonna pick the person I think might be positive. Gio, what do you think?
I enjoyed this movie. I thought it was fun. The tone of it's a little bit different as opposed to some of the other Marvel ones. I guess it's slightly even darker than like let's say, you know, Endgame and Infinity War, because those were like starting to get a little bit more serious as you know stakes got a little bit more crazier. I know Gina keeps like making fun of the whole family thing, but I love the dynamic between all of them. Like her interaction with Florence Pugh, like you know the character, you know, just like they're the only family they literally have.
Yeah.
Like within, you know, if anybody knows like the Black Widow storylines and stuff, they don't have families.
Yeah,
so, like,
and she's passing the torch to Florence. Yeah.
That's what everybody's kind of speculating.
Yeah.
You know, because Black Widow isn't necessarily just Natasha. It's just, like we see in this movie. It's,
It's a bunch of people.
So you're.
I'm in. I said.
Oh,
you
actually,
didn't say
didn't
it.
say
I
it.
said like I was like no,
I
because
was
you said
waiting
like
for it.
I thought you had hit it earlier.
I need to hear the words.
I could have sworn
Because you could say you enjoyed it, but then be like, I'm an out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
so.
but
Trick everyone.
I'm in. Ricardo.
I am an in.
Oh,
Yes.
tiebreaker.
Yeah, it was fine. You know, like the whole movie. I'm not that into Marvel movies, you know, but this felt like a little different because it wasn't like superpowers and all that shit, you know. So it kind of felt like an action film, you know,
more
like
grounded.
Yeah, and then I like the characters. They were funny to me. Paige, the lady that played Paige,
Florence Pugh.
Florence, yeah, she's really good. Yeah, and then it's cool because like I actually stayed for the end this time, so I understand what you guys are saying and everything like that. And but yeah, it was a good time. Like it went fast, and it's a 2-hour movie, so I was like, oh shit, like this shit is fucking. Like, it was action, little drama here and there, little talking. It was a good, entertaining movie that I don't even know. I don't know. Like I really don't know, but. Are the Marvel fans gonna like this that much?
You know, I don't know, cause like I try not to read any reviews or look at any of the reactions before I watch it, cause I like to just go in fresh, you know. But when I walked out, I started to look at some of the like comments, and it was a little bit more lukewarm than I like would have realized. Like,
well, it's like you guys.
Most of it are like, even the positive ones are kind of like, it's like a middle ground movie.
Oh yeah,
which I could kind of see, but. There's a lot of negativity towards it.
I'm like, there was a lot of negativity. It was the same reaction, I think, that when the movie was announced, because everybody wanted a Black Widow movie
before she died.
Yeah.
No,
exactly.
Well, the thing is, like, Wonder Woman came out, and they're like,
oh, battle.
No, like they wanted they're like, you already have an Avenger here. Everybody else has already had a solo movie. Yeah. Where's the Black Widow movie? Like everybody kept asking for it. Like wanted to see.
She was one of the original Avengers.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she didn't have her
so she's like
solo movie.
Been ripped off till now.
Yeah. So essentially, it's kind of like, oh, you fuck over the one girl on the team. You know, you don't give her a
like
solo
all the
movie.
guys had their stories told.
Yeah.
Except her.
Except Hawkeye too.
And then Wonder Woman got announced or whatever, and there was like, you see,
and they're doing it too.
Yeah,
but
they're
it's
doing
popular.
it. Like, give us what we want.
Yeah.
And
Dang,
so a lot of people
like
were
it.
like, oh, they're just gonna make it because it's a girl, and that's pretty much the same. I think probably the same reaction a lot of people were having.
And that's why I
as well.
said I feel like it was kind of too late. They could have done it sooner, at least before Infinity War.
I think it is that the one where she
Yeah, I
dies.
think-
Yeah, I think
Endgame's the way she dies, but
Oh,
still,
okay.
still before that.
Yeah, but it's the same. Like, I think he's right. Had this come out after Civil War, going into Infinity and Endgame, it would have really hit more, It's like a spy movie. I really got like a Jason Bourne vibe from it too. Like when she first goes to meet her sister and they have like that chase. I was like, this is fucking Jason Bourne right here, And then it just turned into like more like general action. But I liked it, like when they go break out Stranger Things dude at the prison.
Yeah.
Like that scene was fun. Like I don't know. To me, this was like full on summer popcorn flick.
Yeah.
Entertain you. I like the characters. Yeah, obviously I agree with you, Gino, that this is kind of like too little, too late almost.
Yeah.
It's almost like her send off.
Yeah.
She's dead. Her character's done. It's like the gift they gave her, for being in these movies for so long. It should have come earlier. Yeah,
That's
but-
that's the reason I'm out.
Yeah.
That's the main reason I'm out.
But they still gave it to her, so it's cool.
But
Like,
yeah,
it's
look,
good
okay,
enough.
so like,
It's like you could take a
Yeah.
bite of my ice cream and go, oh yeah, you will still want this? Here you go.
yeah, like yes,
like,
like we agreed, right?
It's a
You're
post-mortem
right.
Oscar.
Pretty.
But would you agree that the movie essentially works like on its own? Let's say you're a kid 20 years from now and you watch them on Disney Plus, like in chronological order.
Okay.
You would see it right after Civil War, right?
Right, I would.
The movie works.
It
right?
works.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like if you. Yeah. Should they have done it earlier? Maybe in order
There's the politics
Yes.
side that I disagree. They fucked up. They missed their chance,
of releasing
And
it when they should.
prequels in general have like, how could this adventure be bigger than the adventure they go on, later?
Like
You know?
For sure, I always.
It's a
think
problem with all
Yeah,
prequels.
yeah.
So I kind of turn myself off from that, because then I won't be able, like Star Wars, I know that fucker's gonna turn to Darth Vader. Why the fuck am I watching this? But that doesn't mean I can't go and enjoy Rogue One, even though I know what's gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's like a mental thing you have to play in your brain, you know?
Is it,
Gino. Just
Turn your
saying.
brain off. Surprised you even have one anyway.
He started it. Man.
HR.
You're gonna get an email from HR in a bit.
What'd you guys think of the Taskmaster?
I loved it.
Who's
Yeah.
the Taskmaster?
The
The dude with the
main
skull,
robot bad guy.
Oh,
Though I think Taskmaster was a really interesting character because, like in the comics, that's what the Taskmaster was basically a mixture of everybody's moves. Because even in the video games, when they added him in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, like he would throw his shield at Captain America. He would do the spider swing, the kick him. Like his moves basically was copied. That's why if you look closely, He did the Black Panther claw thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, he
yeah.
did the Captain America's shield throw.
Yeah.
He even did like Natasha's moves, like where he grabbed him by the neck and just throw him on the ground. You know what moves it didn't copy? Natasha's landing stance, which I loved. That was the joke throughout the whole
that's
movie.
one joke that worked for me.
Yeah.
Okay, that one made me laugh so hard.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
Florence Pugh did the move,
I was gonna tell
dying.
you. I was gonna tell you about that. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that funny? I thought that was.
There's
I
a
thought
lot
it
of
was
jokes that
funny.
were.
America was like,
best.
hell no.
The vest was funny.
Which one?
Their whole conversation about
Oh
the vest.
yeah.
That's a lot of pockets.
The funniest scene to me was when they get attacked, right? After the family dinner, and they shoot like darts at him. And he's like, "Oh, it's nothing," and then
Yeah.
they shoot more darts at him. Like,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of was this.
3 darts is too much.
Shit.
You're not wrong.
Oh my god.
Where's that from?
Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura.
Oh,
So, overall, some of us liked it, some of us didn't. I'm gonna say America.
Over 50% of us.
damn
liked
it, America.
Yeah, overall positive.
Positive,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
you're
You're
high
a
out.
high out.
You just
high
didn't
out.
like the location in the timeline of the release.
no,
of this
No,
movie.
I don't like
Switch?
the location of when they chose to make this solo movie.
That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Of the timeline when the movie was
Yeah.
released.
The
So
IRL
with no
timeline.
switch, you don't feel it switch.
Nah, I'm good with my
A
out.
switch
I'm
coming?
proud of it. Oh, he's like touching his nipples right here. But so we have 3 ins, 1 out, and 1 delete. Damn you, America. It's all
One
good.
of everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
or a little bit of everything. Yeah.
Disney Plus it.
Yeah.
Yeah, $30 though.
Just make sure you invite the whole family so it's worth it.
Moving on to the next movie, which is my summer pick.
That's right.
Originally, it was American Pie 2, which I changed my mind the split last second last week,
That's good. That's good.
ended becoming Disney's Heavyweights. Classic movie from the early 90s, mid 90s actually. Thank you for the clapping. I appreciate that.
of course.
It's about a movie about plump kids are lured into joining a posh fat camp with the promise of a quick weight loss and good times, only to find that the facility is a woodland hellhole run by a psycho ex-fitness instructor. That sounds sort of familiar than the fitness instructor we're talking about. It has the infamous, well, not infamous. He's not that great, but Ben Stiller.
Yeah.
It's directed by Stephen Bro. He's pretty known for directing Little Nicky and other like Adam Sandler movies, I guess.
Bad movies.
Written also was written by Judd Apatow,
Oh my god.
which I was shocked to see,
Yeah.
and also stars another director. He's
Paul Feig.
Paul Feig
Yeah.
with The Bridesmaids. I'm an in. To be honest, I've completely forgotten about this movie. I am 100% happy that's in Disney Plus. By the way, if you want to be watching it with us, before you listen to this, it's a classic. I mean, come on, like I was a fat kid. I want to go to.
Oh damn! He's a little faster than you.
I know. Sorry, I was looking over here. Sorry, I should have been on my game.
HR.
God damn.
Fucking Fast and the Furious over here.
Because it takes one to know one.
Wow, I'm hurt.
No, he's not a kid anymore, motherfucker.
I'm a fat guy.
Man.
There's a difference. No, and it's interesting to see this movie, and then plus like seeing Ben Stiller do this character, I'm like, fuck, man, you just didn't have to look for a character in Dodgeball when you did the same thing. Well, let's get into it. Robert and America, I know you two have not seen this movie.
Oh.
Who would like to go first between you two?
Well, this is
Go ahead.
I'll go, I guess.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I never watched this. So when he picked it, I was like, oh, it's gonna be like some Disney Channel shit, you know? I just pictured something like a really shitty movie on Disney. Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
So I kind of was surprised when it was like a real movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is.
You didn't look it up or anything?
No, I didn't look it up or anything. So when I saw the credits, I was like, oh my god, it's Judd Apatow. So to my surprise, I am really in on this movie. I actually really liked it, like not ironically or anything. I thought it was I guess because I went in with super low expectations, and it actually
it
had
helped.
like
Mm-hmm.
had characters. It had a lot of funny jokes that landed for me. I was also a plump little boy, and I just found it really charming. Ben Stiller's character, like I was like, dude, this is a
Yeah.
prequel to
It's like the
fucking,
origin story.
Dodgeball, right? And it's funny, like Judd Apatow's like his movies tend to be a little long. They don't know when to end. And sure enough, this one I was like, man, motherfucker, like you had this like right from the beginning, you know. And just like you mentioned Paul Feig was in it. Them two, Paul Feig and Judd Apatow, would go on to create Freaks and Geeks, which I love. So it's almost like a precursor to what was to come, you know. I think that's really cool. It's like when you find like a band that you like an early demo tape before like they were all there, you know. So it's like really cool. I honestly I really like this movie, and I think, you know, this is concluding the summer series that we've been doing. And although I think this is not the best movie, I think Marco's pick was the best, Thelma and Louise. I think this movie more than the others like captured the summer spirit, you know.
Heading out to fat camp.
Yeah, heading out to camp, you know. I don't know, something about it. Like I really enjoyed it. So to the other person who hadn't seen it.
Yeah, I get you. It does have that like summer feel, right? Like it's like, oh, we have to go back to school now.
Yeah.
Like you enjoyed your summer fully, and yeah, I agree. I'd never even heard of this movie.
Wow.
So it really was like a nice surprise to watch this, and I don't think I had bad expectations for it because I grew up watching those like TV Disney movies, you know. But I was really surprised. This is like a real movie. It was funny. Like the kids, I think the kids are good.
Yeah.
They have like good chemistry. And then what's his face? Ben Stiller?
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Like, yeah, dude, what the fuck? They just pulled him right out of this movie and put him into like I'm in. Yeah. So, I forgot where I was going. Yeah, so this is a super pleasant surprise.
Cool.
Yeah. Ricardo?
Me. Oh, I am a super in. Yeah, once he said it, I was like super excited, especially because I was telling him how
You were a plump kid too?
no, but I had Disney Plus all the time, right? And I've been watching all this shit, but I would always look at it and be like, I don't know, like this one is good. Like maybe I should save it to not watch it by myself. So I wanted to watch it with America or someone, you know, because it's not like, I don't know, I don't want to watch it by myself. I already know that I like it, and it's funny because when I put it on. Before I put it on, she was like talking shit. Like she's always talking shit, and I'm like, no, it's gonna be funny. Watch. And then I told her like, oh, have you watched Zoolander or like fucking Dodgeball? Like this is the origin.
Yeah.
And she's like, I haven't seen both. So, or neither. So I was like, okay.
I've seen both of them.
I'll just play. Come on. but yeah. So I love this movie, and it would come out in Disney all the time, Disney Channel, and I would watch all the way until he left.
Yeah.
So like I couldn't remember the whole car part. You know, the movie kept going.
Yeah.
That's why the Judd Apatow
Because like for real, like that's like a natural ending.
Yeah.
You're like, they won.
they won.
And then it just keeps going.
And I kept going. And I was like, what the hell? Like for some reason I don't really remember this. You know, I kind of remember the ending, but like that whole chunk of like the montage. I
Yeah.
was like, what the I don't remember this. But other than that, great movie, great time, and yes, it was a perfect ending to our summer fucking films. Gio, on to you.
Here comes the party pooper.
Nominate.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah, like it's your typical like Disney movie of this time. Like it's within the lines of, you know, the Mighty Ducks and stuff like that. Like, you know, jokingly, there's like three of them in this movie. You were kind of giving me crap last week for they're like, there's a boat race or whatever. I'm like, there's a go-kart race in your movie.
At least it's better than a whack ass boat
This
race.
is an actual movie.
Shit, we got lucky we didn't watch that one.
Oh,
I
you
guess.
guys dodged a fucking bullet. there.
Or maybe I would have watched them. Maybe I would have liked them.
You might have.
I think you were my only chance at like an out though.
High out.
All right, can we talk about the good one?
No, but yeah, it's like it's your typical kind of Disney movie from the 90s where like everything's just fun and stuff. So, you know, what's not to enjoy?
I can't believe I totally missed this as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Really?
I didn't know it existed until like maybe a year ago,
Wow.
where I was at work and some
didn't
people
know it
started talking
existed?
about it. I didn't know it existed.
Shit.
Yeah. I was at work, some people started talking about it. I was like, what is that? And then they told me. I was like, what? And then he picked it. And I gotta say, if had I watched this, like if I had seen this as a kid, it would have been right up there with Mighty Ducks and all those movies too. Like I would have loved it.
Keenan's
Keenan's in it.
comes
He's
out.
so good in it
Yeah.
too.
He was
Like, he's really
perfect in that
Yeah.
role. He made me laugh the whole time, dude. And that's crazy how he is now. He's like a very popular actor in Saturday Night Live skits. You know, he did Keenan and Kel. He did all that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's legit, man.
He's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit.
Like,
He's
he
a
was
natural
always
funny
high.
man. Yeah, and also, what can I say? Like Ben Stiller was funny too.
But that's
His
the
his
thing.
parents was in it too. I thought.
Oh,
it was
Yeah.
cool as hell.
yeah.
Yep. The original camp owners are his legit parents.
Oh yeah, I know. I was
Yeah.
telling you
his
too.
parents are in it, but yet he himself plays
Plays
his
his own
dad.
No, that is
in
so
the
funny.
movie.
Both of
dude.
them are
It's
his
so
parents?
funny.
Yeah.
I know the dad, but the mom too?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
shit,
so
that's
funny. It was so funny, dude.
Yeah, this is my kid. You know it. He's a wacky kid. Comes with that weird New Yorker accent.
But the he plays the perfect douche, and I guess I don't know how they saw it on here. Like they saw it, right? Like
Well,
they like
Yeah,
oh
it's funny. It's funny you bring that up because I didn't think he started doing like these wacky characters until later, like Zoolander and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But the
Like
thing is,
I didn't know he was doing it way back when.
almost like back in the 90s, I think early to mid 90s, he had his own like TV show,
Yeah.
like the
Did
Ben
he?
Stiller show. So like
Yeah.
I think it might have just come from
Maybe.
that, really.
My favorite joke in the movie is when they're weighing the kids and he's trying to like
Oh,
look how
it's
much
so
they lost, and
good.
then none
It's
of
so
them
good.
like,
It's so
like, you
good.
gained 9 pounds.
Yeah.
And then Goldberg goes to get on the scale. He's just like, get off.
So like roll the camera.
Yeah.
He's like, get off. So cut.
What was I gonna say? That so that's not like an actual fat camp, or it is in the beginning, right? It's like a place where they go away, right? Because they're like fat and like I guess treated bad or whatever, and then this is a place where they could all hang out.
Well,
I
no,
think
I
what
guess
it-
it's kind of a cover. It's like
Yeah.
the cover is a fat camp, but like
You
then
go
the
and
kid
have
is like,
fun.
oh, no one's gonna make fun of you because we're all the fat
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So
I think what it was is like it was billed as a fat camp, but it wasn't strict at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it just became a
just a-
place to hang out
Yeah.
until the
I'm
owners
like you're
left.
you're
and-
out moving about,
Yeah.
having fun. So you're like you'll naturally maybe lose a pound, but probably not.
No, but they they got their hideout snacks.
Yeah.
The fucking
The download.
yeah. The download. Oh my god! I bet that part we laughed.
I was also surprised by the jokes that were a little more like, ooh. And of course, that's because we're in 2021, and now, like, if you say, like, maybe you should teach her to throw up like you do, like, it'd be like, ooh. But I was like, whoa.
So there's a
They
couple
said
lines that they ADR'd because of that.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
noticed that
for
too.
that
this,
too.
for
Yeah.
the Disney Plus release
No.
type thing?
I
Or
think
just in general?
Just in general. I think it
Oh,
was like,
shit.
yeah. Because in, the joke about Seymour Butts,
Yeah.
I think originally it was everybody's Peter Fitz. Like, yeah.
Okay. I
Like,
was
if you try hard enough or whatever. That was the original joke.
yeah.
Executive heard it. They're like, no. So they ADR'd it. They didn't even
Yeah.
try to cut
And it
away
was,
from it.
and
Oh,
it was.
really? I didn't
remember
notice that.
because Goldberg says it, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, he's not even moving his mouth.
Yeah.
And
I
like
didn't-
it was total
Yep.
ADR on that one.
Yeah. There's another.
I
There
didn't
was another
catch
one
it.
in there, but I forgot what it is.
No, there's in the go kart race. There's a part of the kid said shit, but he
Oh,
said
yeah, yeah.
shoot, and like you look at his
Oh, yeah.
lips, he's like shit.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was like a PG-13 version that Judd
I think it's
Apatow
just
wrote.
'cause- yeah, Judd Apatow.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can see because
Yeah.
it's like his movie, right? Like he would
Yeah.
write that, but it really caught me off guard because like, oh, it's a Disney Channel movie.
Yeah.
So like, oh shit.
But
It's
yeah.
not a Disney
but-
Channel movie, right?
Or
It was
No,
on
it's
a
a theater.
It's a
Yeah.
Disney produced movie.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I used to watch it in Disney Channel all the time.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but I'm
they're gonna
saying
use
is
their own
that
movies.
it originally
Yeah.
came
Oh,
out from
yeah, yeah,
theaters.
Yeah.
But I love like right from the beginning, it hooked me when it starts with that song, the
I
Party of
figured.
5 song. I was like, oh my god! And then just like the little, the observational stuff when he's like in high school stuff. 'Cause, like, and it made sense because like I think to me, Freaks and Geeks is like the most realistic
For
depiction of high school. And
Yeah.
I could totally see where they're like. Judd Apatow just gets it,
Yeah.
He's a
Like,
good
and-
writer,
and
I
it
think.
was right there in that opening scene, even though he didn't direct it. I could tell.
But he
like,
helped
it
write
was
it,
on the
yeah.
page,
Yeah.
and it's just that first scene was just so damn charming that it hooked me, and the lead was that kid was really good too.
Really cool movie, and like I was waiting for it, so I'm glad that you picked it, and I'm glad that you
Glad that I
guys
saw
liked
it.
it.
I'm glad you guys
Yeah.
loved it too. Yeah, I'm glad everyone loved it.
I'd already seen it.
Yeah, at least it wasn't one crazy summer.
Aw.
Damn, was it that bad or what?
Yeah, it was
What
bad.
happens in that movie?
Nothing.
Oh no.
Literally.
Because I heard that
It's like an adult summer.
It's funny because
You're just like it's fucking hot,
I was
and then
listening-
summer's over.
it was so funny because I was listening to a podcast, right? And like you guys are so good. I'm just giving you props right now.
Thank you.
Like you guys are fucking perfect. And then like, you know how like Robert always gives you that trick where he's like saying all this stuff, and then he's like, but then I like
Yeah.
switch or
Yeah.
I'm like this. He fucking went straight delete, man. Like it was
Dude, from the beginning, he's all like, how? I was like, once he started like questioning me, I was just like, yeah. That's why I said like, all right.
No, but
Start
sometimes I
deleting.
do the switcheroo, right?
Yeah,
Where
the
I, like,
switcheroo.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
not this time around. Like this time around, you went for the kill.
He's like, I got the shot,
Uh-huh.
pulling the trigger.
But
So, overall, we all love this movie.
Yeah.
And this is officially the final summer movie for the year.
Even though it's
And sweeps! Sweeps!
Anybody should watch it with their kids. And
Of
stuff.
course.
But
Yeah.
they don't
Fat
even know
kid,
about
skinny
it.
kid,
Fuck.
kid.
Promote this
Kids
shit.
to climb
Like,
on
let's
rocks.
watch it again. Judd Apatow's.
And then put dodgeball right after.
It could be a hidden gem for a lot of people. Like I had never heard of it.
Yeah, it probably is.
You make me bleed my own blood.
Nobody.
Nobody. Tune in next week. We'll watch a new movie. We don't know yet. To be determined. Until then, just follow us on Instagram and Not Delete Reviews, Twitter at Not Delete, YouTube and Not Delete. Search us. We have our old Zoom videos there, but now we're currently still doing audio. So also podpage.com/Not Delete. That's where we have all our episodes and any other infos and links to our social medias and so on and so on. I should have just said that one first. Fuck it.
That's right.
Yeah.
But overall, tune in next week. See you next time. Good night.
Yeah.